Yo, what's up guys? It's EliteShot here, aka Sean, and today guys, I'm bringing you my first ever Call of Duty Ghost Epic Class setup. For everyone unfamiliar, Epic Class Setups was a series I created back in Modern Warfare 3 where I showed you guys my favorite classes, my best classes, and the things I played best with, so I called it Epic Class Setups. Now, just because I consider these my best weapons and my favorite classes to use, it does not always mean they'll be the best for you guys. Everyone has their own opinions, and in my opinion, these are my favorite classes. These are what I do best with and how I get amazing gameplays. So you guys can try them out, see what you think, and find out if they're your best classes too. I've been playing Call of Duty for at least 4 years now, and I really know what works well with each other. I know what perks work good with certain weapons, I know what attachments, I know what works well. It sounds dumb, but the more you play the game, the more familiar you come with it, and you know what works with each other. So I truly believe that these are Epic Class setups and the setups that work best. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today's class is based on the MSBS Burst Assault Rifle in Call of Duty Ghost. For some reason, in every single Call of Duty, I always love the Burst Assault Rifles because they're so powerful and so strong at medium to semi-long range. Not super long range because snipers and the new marksman rifles beat you out, but overall, these are awesome weapons. I'd consider burst rifles for more skilled players because they take some getting used to. You need good accuracy and you can't miss, because if you miss one burst, that will get yourself killed because someone can just spray you down while you're missing your shots. You have to be a very accurate player in order to use this. The attachments I used was the red dot and the foregrip. I used the red dot because sadly a lot of the iron sights in Call of Duty Ghosts are pretty poor, especially on the MSBS. It kind of limits what you could see, and honestly I don't think the iron sights are even worth getting used to because it just limits how well you can do. So the red dot sight clears that up and it makes it so much easier. If you feel uncomfortable using an iron sight with the weapon, try just putting a red dot on. I would not recommend using any other sights besides the red dot. You could try the ACOG, you could try all these new scopes, but personally I think the red dot's the best one to use. I also threw on the foregrip. The foregrip, a lot of people wouldn't like using it on a burst weapon, but honestly, it decreases your kick, it decreases your recoil, and makes it a lot easier to use. Without it, your weapon kind of jumps around, so this definitely balances that out and makes it a lot easier to use. Next up, I would like to cover my strike package, my kill streaks. I used the assault strike package, I put on the satcom, the guard dog, and the battle hind. I decided to go with these kill streaks because there really isn't many other good kill streaks to use. I use the satcom because a lot of new players aren't using off the grid, which is the new assassin, the new ghost, the perk that takes you off the radar, so this definitely helps. However, the satcom works different than the UAV from previous CODs. For having one satcom, you can only see enemies on your minimap that can be visible to you in the playing field. So this is kind of confusing, but if you see a player on your screen, he'll show up on the minimap. Or if any of your teammates can see players, they'll also show up on the minimap. If you have two satcoms, it's like a normal UAV, where it sweeps across the radar and you can see enemies without off the grid. Having 3 satcoms up is like a faster sweeping UAV. It's like having multiple UAVs up, so it keeps sweeping faster and faster, making you see enemies quicker. And having 4 satcoms up is equivalent to the advanced UAV, so you can see enemies where they're moving, their position, and it's so great to have. I put on the guard dog because Riley is a beast. Riley will bite anyone's ass, he'll drop people, he'll kill people, he'll bark for you, he'll do whatever he can to help you survive. Riley's great because he stays close to you, and in this close quarter situations, this burst assault rifle doesn't do that well. So Riley is pretty much your close range killer. He'll kill people that are behind you, that are near you, and are too close for you to kill with your weapon. Since I play on tactical controls, I can't really knife people that well, so Riley is pretty much my extended knife, and he bites people in the face and kills them for me. He's great to have and I love using him. Definitely try him out. I decided to go with the battle hind because the battle hind is awesome. Not many players take out kill streaks in this game for some reason because they don't want to spend their points on a launcher. So this thing stays up in the air for as long as it can, getting a few kills. It pretty much guarantees you at least 4 kills. It's pretty good and I love using it on this class. Now, I would like to cover my perks. Now, these perks are pretty important to this class and what really makes this such an epic class setup. For my perks, I have on Quick Draw, Stalker, Scavenger, Wiretap, and Focus. I decided to go with Quick Draw because I had only 1 point left, and Quick Draw is worth 1 point, and it's just a good perk to have. Normally, I don't use it on assault classes, but since this is a burst weapon, and if you'll be running around corners kind of frequently in this game, you want to make sure your weapon is drawn as fast as possible. And believe it or not, the burst fire on this gun is not too bad if you're at close range. So having Quick Draw, your weapon is ready faster, making you hip fire enemies quicker. I also threw on Stalker because I honestly believe Stalker is one of the best perks to use for assault weapon. Stalker allows you to aim down sight and move faster. It's a great perk to have if you want to deke out your enemies, you want to strafe them left and right, dodging bullets, staying alive. It's also great to use when walking around corners when you expect enemies to be there, so you're faster and you'll kill the enemies quicker. I put on Scavenger because you obviously want to have some more ammo. Without Scavenger, you burn through ammo pretty quick. So whenever you kill an enemy, you pick up their blue package, no homo, and you take their ammo. Stay alive longer, get more kills, and just do better. The next perk is Wiretap. Wiretap is a very underused perk, but it honestly is one of the best perks in the game. Wiretap works like this. If an enemy places a SATCOM down, it counts as your own, which is awesome because if you're using a SATCOM and then enemies are using SATCOMs, you'll pretty much have a constant UAV up forever. And the more SATCOMs your enemies have up and that you have up, the greater the effects the SATCOM has. And since the SATCOM is the most used killstreak right now, it's going to be that much better. So you pretty much can't go wrong using this perk, and I definitely find it helpful and one of the best perks in the game. Another option I put on was Amplify. Amplify is honestly one of the most overpowered perks in this game because it increases the sound, the loudness of enemy footsteps. You can hear enemy footsteps pretty loud as it is without it, but having this almost makes it seem unfair. If enemies don't have dead silence on and you have Amplify on, you can hear enemies from which direction you are. If you haven't found out already, there's multiple clips in this gameplay where you can see that I pretty much already know where the enemy is without him even knowing where I am, because I can hear footsteps from which angle he's coming from. If an enemy's behind me, I can hear him. If he's in front of me, I can hear him. If he's beside me, I can hear him. Having Amplify is great and definitely recommended. I almost forgot to mention, with Amplify, you can also hear enemies with Dead Silence. Dead Silence is a perk that silences your footsteps, but guess what? Amplify, you can now hear them, making it that much better and that much more powerful. Lastly, for my other options, I put on Hardline. I put on Hardline as another option because I'm using pretty low kill streaks, and getting these low kill streaks makes them even easier with Hardline. Having Hardline, it requires one less kill to get them, and every 2 assists counts as a kill. So this is a great perk to use if you have low kill streaks or if you have a tough time getting kill streaks as it is. That was it for my perks. These perks are what I find most useful. Just because I say use these, you don't have to use them, but definitely try them out. If you like them, keep them. If you don't have to use them. You can switch them out, but these are what I find you do best with and that I like using a lot. For my lethal and tactical, I don't have any. I find it a lot more helpful to have more perks over a lethal and tactical because with these, once you throw them, they're done. Having perks, you have them forever. They don't go away and you're getting an improvement, you're getting a bonus all the time. So that was about it for my setup, guys. Now I'll go into a few tips and tricks and a few game modes to play that this class works well in. One great tip I follow all the time with this class is I aim down sight more than usual. Since this is a burst weapon class, it's going to be very difficult to kill an enemy if you're not. So if you expect an enemy to be somewhere, aim down your sight. If you expect him to be around the corner, be sure to aim down your sight. Try to stay aiming down sight as much as possible because you'll get a lot more kills, you'll stay alive longer, and you'll just do much better. Weapons kill so fast in this game, so if you get the first shot off on that enemy, you're most likely going to win that gunfight. If you're not aiming down your sight and you see an enemy and he's aiming down his sight, you're going to die. So the more you aim down your sight, the more kills you'll get and the better you will do. Another great tip I find myself saying in all my videos is travel the outsides of maps. Traveling the outsides is honestly one of the best tips I can give and what I find to be the most helpful for me. Whenever I travel the outskirts of maps, I'm pretty much going around the enemies and I'm killing people in the middle of the map. If you're in the middle, you're gonna die because there's so many more points where enemies can see you than on the outside. If you're on the outside, most enemies can see you from in front of you or behind you. There's a lot less places to die from and you have a lot more advantage over the enemies. So try to do that and you'll find yourself surviving a lot more. Another tip for this class is try not to rush too much. This is not a rushing class. It's not meant to rush enemy bases and kill everyone in it because you can't run fast, you can't reload fast, and you can't get away fast. So try to stick to those medium to semi-long ranges and pick enemies from a distance. The farther you are with an assault rifle that is very accurate, the better you will do. If you're rushing very close to an enemy and he has a fully automatic weapon, he has a greater chance to kill you because sometimes it's tough to stay on target when enemies are super close and they're really fast. So try to stick to medium ranges and you'll survive, get more kills, and do a lot better. Also, try to reload your weapon behind some form of cover. You don't want to reload in the middle of nowhere because this class doesn't have sleight of hand and it does take a little longer to reload than other weapons. So make sure you're safe and make sure you're behind some form of cover before you reload. Now I'll cover a few game modes that this class works pretty well in. First off, playing TDM is one of the best game modes I find myself doing best in. TDM is a very simple game mode, just kill people, survive, and win. There's no objective, there's no capturing flags, there's no bombs, there's no none of that. so focus on getting kills and you'll do great with this class. Kill Confirmed is also another good game mode to play with this class. Kill Confirmed mainly focuses on getting kills and picking up enemy tags. Whatever game mode you find yourself getting the most kills in, this is the class for you. Like I said before, this class mainly focuses on getting kills and not playing the objective as much. So if you like playing Kill Confirmed, play that. If you like TDM, play that. If you like Cranked, play that. Whatever you do best in, try this class out. That about wraps up this class, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this epic class setup. This focused on the MSBS, its burst assault rifle, and its great potential at getting kills quick for medium to long range. This isn't a rushing class, it's more of a passive aggressive class, so stay calm, don't rush too much, but don't worry, you can get a lot of kills and drop people very quick with this weapon. If you guys enjoyed this video and like these epic class setups, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I spent a lot of time making these and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be posting daily Call of Duty Ghost gameplay. This is the game I love. This is the game I'm going to be playing for a while, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But as I always say, guys, it's EliteShot here, aka Sean, your friendly COD fanboy. I'm signing out. Peace!